We often hear mysterious stories about spirits returning to warn or send messages to the living. These stories range from vivid dreams and eerie encounters to subtle signs that seem to come from nowhere. But do souls from the afterlife really exist and send us warnings about life, about things we haven't realized yet? Can these souls, having crossed over to the other side, offer us advice, caution, or insights into our own lives that we might not be able to see on our own? Do they really have messages that could change how we live, how we think, or how we approach the challenges we face every day? In today's video, we'll explore these questions and dive into what warnings may come from souls who have passed on. There are many reports of encounters with spirits, some of which carry specific warnings or messages meant to impact the living. These messages are often seen as crucial, not just as a form of communication, but as a guidance system from the other side, offering perspectives that we might not otherwise consider. So, do souls from the afterlife truly hold wisdom that can help us? And if they do, what are they trying to tell us? As we examine this fascinating topic, we'll explore the various kinds of warnings and messages that can come from the other side. From unfinished business and spiritual guidance, to predictions about future events or advice about the path we are currently on, there are many ways in which the souls of the departed might try to reach us. Some may return to warn us of dangers ahead, while others may share life lessons that they've learned during their time on Earth, lessons they wish they had learned earlier. For many of us, these messages can come as sudden realizations, emotional breakthroughs, or even as subtle signs that things aren't as they seem. But why would souls in the afterlife want to send us these warnings? It is believed that when souls pass on, they gain a new understanding of life and its deeper meaning. Many believe that those who have crossed over can now see more clearly the interwoven threads of fate and destiny, and they understand the importance of helping those still in the physical world. Perhaps they want to help guide us away from mistakes they made, or offer wisdom they acquired during their own life journey. In today's video, we'll delve into these mysterious messages from the afterlife and how they might impact our lives. By learning to recognize these signs and warnings, we can live more consciously and with greater awareness. These messages can help us become more mindful of the decisions we make, the people we engage with, and the purpose we pursue in our everyday lives. Through these warnings, we may be able to steer ourselves away from harm, avoid future regrets, or simply make wiser choices that align more closely with our true path. We'll also explore how these messages might help us connect to the spiritual world and the afterlife in a more meaningful way. Understanding our connection to both the living world and the afterlife can offer us deeper insight into the mysteries of life and death, as well as a greater appreciation for the unseen forces that guide our lives. Whether it's through direct encounters with spirits or more subtle indirect signs, these messages from beyond offer us an opportunity to reflect on our own journey and understand the larger picture of our existence. If you find this topic intriguing and captivating, don't forget to share this video and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any more deep spiritual content coming your way. By subscribing, you'll join a community of people eager to explore and learn about the mysteries of the spiritual realm, life, and the afterlife. We're excited to have you with us on this journey of discovery and growth. Many people believe that souls who leave this world may not always complete their missions or resolve important relationships during their lives. In fact, it's often said that when someone passes, they can leave behind unfinished business, unresolved emotions, broken relationships, or tasks that were left incomplete. This concept has persisted across cultures and belief systems, suggesting that certain souls may be unable to fully move on or find peace due to the things they left unresolved while living. But could these souls come back to warn us about things that still need to be dealt with? Can the dead truly send us messages to help us resolve what they didn't in life, or to warn us about the consequences of our own unresolved matters? This section will explore how unfinished business in the afterlife might manifest as warnings or messages to the living. It is believed that when a soul departs, the process of moving on isn't always as clear-cut as we might imagine. Just as we may struggle with loose ends in our own lives, souls too might feel the weight of unaddressed issues. Perhaps there are relationships that were never mended, decisions that were never made, or tasks that were left incomplete. These unfinished matters might weigh heavily on their consciousness, preventing them from fully transitioning into the afterlife. And so, these souls may return, not just to warn us about their own unfinished business, but to help us understand the importance of addressing our own unresolved issues before it's too late. This could be the reason why many people report experiencing feelings of being guided or warned by those who have passed on. They may be trying to push us to resolve what they couldn't. Souls with unfinished business may be tethered to this world because they didn't finish something important during their lifetime. This could manifest in a variety of ways. For instance, some souls may have left this world in the middle of a conflict, with relationships that were left fractured, without the opportunity to make amends. These souls might feel a sense of emotional or spiritual unrest, unable to fully move on from the pain or unresolved tensions that remain. The attachment they feel to this world isn't necessarily tied to material possessions or physical things, but rather to emotional connections or unresolved issues. It is often said that these souls are not stuck in the afterlife, but instead are simply unable to find peace until they have resolved their unfinished business. Perhaps someone who passed away suddenly or unexpectedly never had the chance to tell their loved ones how much they truly cared, or to resolve a long-standing argument with a family member. Similarly, some souls may have had dreams, goals, or ambitions that they were not able to complete in life, leaving them with an unfulfilled sense of purpose. These unaccomplished tasks or broken relationships may keep the soul tied to the physical world, unable to fully experience peace in the afterlife. For some souls, the realization that they did not live up to their potential or failed to reconcile with someone they loved might create a yearning to return to the living world to make things right. The truth is that many of us are familiar with the idea that things left unresolved can have a lasting impact on our lives. We carry the weight of past decisions, relationships, and actions that we regret or wish we could have handled differently. In a sense, this is the unfinished business that many of us are left to grapple with. For souls who have passed on, it seems that the unresolved emotional and spiritual baggage may continue to weigh on them, keeping them bound to this world until they have the opportunity to settle those matters. When souls return from the afterlife, they often bring with them messages meant to guide or warn the living. These messages can come in various forms, whether through vivid dreams, a sudden thought that pops into the mind, or even through physical sensations that we can't easily explain. People who have had near-death experiences or communicated with loved ones who have passed often describe receiving messages of reassurance, love, or guidance from the other side. But sometimes, these messages are not just about offering comfort. They are about offering warnings or insights into unresolved issues that need attention. These souls may return to warn us about things they didn't address before their passing, urging us to resolve similar issues in our own lives. A common theme in spiritual experiences is that of closure, both for the souls themselves and for those they leave behind. The message could be about reconciling with someone you've had a falling out with, or following through on something you've been putting off. In many cases, the souls who come back with messages of guidance are attempting to help their loved ones prevent the same mistakes or regrets they may have had. The nature of these messages can vary widely. Some souls may want to express their love and gratitude, while others may want to warn us about certain actions or decisions. The guidance may come as a gentle push to make amends with someone, or it could manifest as a feeling of urgency to resolve something important before it's too late. These messages may not always be clear at first, but with time and reflection, they often become more apparent, guiding the living towards spiritual or emotional resolution. In some cases, these messages serve as an opportunity for healing. For example, if someone passes away without having the chance to say goodbye or make peace, the messages they send from the afterlife may offer a sense of closure to the living, helping them heal from the emotional wounds that were left behind. Similarly, when a person is unable to forgive themselves for something they didn't do or didn't say, the messages from the afterlife may help them work through that guilt, offering them a sense of spiritual release. One of the primary reasons souls may return is to remind the living of unaddressed responsibilities. These could be spiritual, emotional, or even practical in nature. The unfinished business doesn't always come in the form of unhealed relationships or broken promises. Sometimes it's the things we didn't do, goals left unfulfilled, dreams abandoned, or decisions we put off due to fear or doubt. Souls may return to remind us that these unresolved matters aren't just minor details, but may play a significant role in our personal growth and spiritual development. These reminders can help us realize that we are still carrying the weight of these unresolved issues. It's possible that, just like the souls who have passed on, we too may feel bound by the responsibilities we have neglected. Whether it's taking the time to apologize, pursue a lost dream, or forgive someone who has wronged us, these actions hold the key to emotional freedom and spiritual growth. Souls that return may be offering us the chance to learn from their mistakes, helping us avoid the same regrets and unresolved business in our own lives. In some cases, these souls may be acting as spiritual guides, offering insight into how we can handle the things we've been avoiding or neglecting. For example, a loved one who passed away may return in a dream, showing us that it's time to let go of old wounds or to take the necessary steps toward personal growth. These reminders serve as gentle nudges from the other side, encouraging us to make peace with our past and move forward with clarity and purpose. Have you ever felt a reminder from someone who has passed, urging you to take action on something you left unresolved? Share your story in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more thought-provoking spiritual content. Your experiences could help others reflect on their own lives and find the closure they need. Stay tuned for more spiritual insights, and let's continue this journey together. Beyond warnings about unfinished business, many souls might also come back to warn us about our spiritual journey. As they've crossed over to the other side, they may have gained a new perspective on life, one that allows them to see things more clearly than when they were living. With this newfound clarity, these souls may want to offer advice on how we can live our spiritual lives with more awareness, more presence, and more purpose. They may see us struggling with balancing material pursuits, ignoring our deeper selves, or losing sight of our true spiritual path. These souls, having gained wisdom through their own experiences or struggles, may return with a sense of urgency to guide us on a better path. Could these souls, from their vantage point beyond the veil, offer us insights into how we can avoid the mistakes they made and how we can live in greater harmony with our spiritual truths? In this section, we will explore the warnings that may come from the afterlife about our spiritual journey, focusing on how we live in balance, pursue spiritual growth, and the dangers of awakening too late. One of the most common warnings from souls in the afterlife may concern the imbalance they observed in their own lives or in the lives of others. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it is easy to become consumed by material pursuits. Whether it's the constant chase for wealth, status, or possessions, the pressure to succeed in the material world can often overshadow the pursuit of spiritual growth. Souls who have crossed over may return to remind us that focusing too much on material gains without nurturing our inner selves can lead to emptiness and dissatisfaction. These souls may send messages warning us about how we're living out of balance. They may urge us to re-examine where we're placing our energy, time, and focus. Are we prioritizing career success, material accumulation, or public recognition over the development of our spiritual lives? Have we allowed the demands of the physical world to drain us, leaving little time for meditation, self-reflection, or connection with our higher self? For many souls, the realization after death is that they spent too much time pursuing things that, in the grand scheme of existence, were inconsequential. They might feel that if they had spent more time nurturing their spiritual lives, their time on earth would have been more meaningful. They may return to guide us so that we don't make the same mistake. These souls may warn us that focusing too much on the material world can leave us feeling hollow. No amount of success or wealth can replace the peace and fulfillment that comes from spiritual alignment. They may encourage us to examine the way we are balancing the outer and inner aspects of our lives. It's not to say that material pursuits are inherently bad, but the message here is that they should not overshadow the importance of personal growth, spirituality, and inner peace. Finding a balance between the material and spiritual realms is key to living a fulfilling, purposeful life. These messages from the afterlife are not just warnings, but invitations to realign with our true purpose and begin prioritizing the things that nourish our soul. Alongside warnings about imbalance, many souls from the afterlife may also return with reminders about the importance of spiritual development. When we are caught up in the day-to-day struggles of life, it's easy to neglect the work that needs to be done on a deeper, more personal level. Spiritual growth often requires intentional effort, spending time reflecting, meditating, and seeking higher truths. But the demands of modern life, the distractions, and the pull of our desires can keep us from focusing on our inner growth. For many souls who have crossed over, spiritual development may have been something they put off during their time on earth. Perhaps they were so absorbed in their external accomplishments that they didn't take the time to nurture their relationship with their higher self, or engage in practices that would deepen their understanding of life's purpose. When they pass on, they might realize that they left certain spiritual work unfinished, insights they never fully grasped, personal growth that was neglected, or a connection to the divine that was never fully explored. These souls may return with strong messages, urging us to stay on the path of self-improvement and spiritual enlightenment. They may warn us about the dangers of becoming stagnant in our spiritual lives, or of neglecting our deeper needs. They may encourage us to take the time to reflect on our spiritual journey and to make it a priority in our lives. The message is clear. Spiritual growth is not something that can be postponed forever, and neglecting it will lead to a sense of unfulfillment, especially as we near the end of our lives. The warning from these souls is not one of judgment, but of compassion. They want us to realize that there is always more to discover about ourselves and the world. They encourage us to be diligent in our spiritual practices, whether through meditation, prayer, self-reflection, or simply living with a sense of purpose. For these souls, spiritual growth is the most important aspect of life, and they want us to understand its lasting impact, not just on our own well-being, but on the world around us. Perhaps one of the most poignant warnings that souls from the afterlife may offer is about the danger of awakening too late. As we go through life, it's easy to be swept up in distractions and lose sight of what truly matters. Many souls who have crossed over may regret not having awakened to their spiritual purpose sooner. They may have spent too many years focused on external achievements, relationships that weren't fulfilling, or pursuing goals that didn't align with their deeper truth. These souls may return with a sense of urgency, warning us that time is not unlimited. They may urge us to wake up to our spiritual path before it's too late, before we've let too many years pass without nurturing the soul. Spiritual awakening is not something that should be put off indefinitely. There is a preciousness to life, and waiting for the perfect moment to start a spiritual journey often means missing the chance to experience true inner peace, purpose, and connection to the divine. The chosen ones often receive this type of warning, an invitation to stop waiting for external circumstances to change and to begin their spiritual journey now. There's a call to recognize that the time to grow spiritually is always now, and that every moment we delay can cost us in terms of personal fulfillment and growth. These souls warn us that the longer we wait, the more we risk never fully realizing our potential or connecting with the deeper aspects of life. They want to remind us that spiritual awakening is not just a destination. It's a process that unfolds over time, and it's never too late to begin. These messages are a wake-up call, reminding us that spiritual development is a lifelong journey, and the sooner we begin, the more deeply we will experience the richness of life. Souls who return with this warning do so out of a deep desire to help others avoid the same regrets they might have about not living a life true to their spiritual nature. Do you believe souls can return to guide us on our spiritual paths? Have you ever received a wake-up call in your spiritual journey, urging you to focus on your deeper purpose? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to continue exploring these fascinating topics. Your experiences might help someone else realize it's time to embark on their own spiritual path, and together, we can support each other in growing spiritually. Stay tuned for more insightful content in the future, and let's keep this journey going. Some souls don't just offer warnings about the past or our spiritual journeys. They might also predict future events. These predictions can be startling, as they come from those who have passed on, yet their insight seems to offer a deeper, spiritual perspective on the future. But could these souls, having crossed over to the other side, truly see what's coming next? If so, how do they send these messages to us? Do they use signs, dreams, or direct communication to help us prepare for what's to come? The idea that souls may have access to a higher understanding of future events has fascinated people for centuries, and in many cultures, the notion of spirits offering foresight into upcoming changes is an integral part of spiritual belief. In this section, we'll explore how certain souls, having crossed over, may be able to predict future occurrences. These messages may come in the form of warnings about risks, major life changes, or potential opportunities. Whether it's a glimpse of something positive or a cautionary tale about an impending danger, these messages can serve as a guide, preparing us for what lies ahead. These souls, with their broader perspective, may help us avoid unnecessary pitfalls in life, giving us a chance to make more informed decisions about our future. They might also help us navigate changes in our relationships, careers, or personal growth by offering insight into what to expect and how to handle these shifts. In today's video, we will explore how spirits can provide guidance about what is yet to come and the importance of heeding these warnings. One of the most remarkable aspects of communication with souls from the afterlife is the idea that they may have access to knowledge of future events. These souls, having crossed over and experienced a shift in perspective, may be able to see things that are yet to unfold in the physical realm. It's often said that the veil between life and death is thin, and those who have passed on may have a broader view of the interconnectedness of life, fate, and the unfolding of time. These souls may not always predict major world events or cosmic shifts, but instead, their messages may be more personal. They could offer insight into upcoming risks or opportunities in an individual's life. For example, a loved one who has passed might appear in a dream, or send a message indicating that a significant change is coming, a career opportunity, a relationship shift, or a life challenge that requires preparation. This kind of guidance isn't always a direct fortune-telling, but more of an intuitive nudge that something important is about to happen, giving us a heads up to be more mindful of our actions. For instance, a person might have a vivid dream about a potential job offer or relocation opportunity that will present itself in the near future. The soul of a departed loved one might appear in that dream, offering subtle hints or encouragement to take the opportunity when it arrives. These events, while not always clear-cut, can serve as subtle spiritual guidance, helping us prepare for what lies ahead, even when we don't fully understand the specifics. Another way that souls offer warnings about future events is through their ability to tap into our life's timing. Many people report receiving messages from the afterlife that seem to indicate a shift in their personal timeline, perhaps signaling the right moment to take action on a project or warning them to avoid an imminent danger. Souls may offer these insights as a way of guiding us to act with greater awareness, ensuring that we are more attuned to the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. While some souls offer foresight into opportunities, others may come with warnings about hidden dangers. These are the types of risks that we cannot yet see, the pitfalls that might not be immediately obvious, but that could have serious consequences if we are not careful. Souls who have passed may return to alert us to dangers that are on the horizon, helping us avoid mistakes or decisions that could be harmful. These warnings may manifest in different ways. A soul might return with a warning about a particular person we're about to trust, offering a subtle nudge that something is off about them that we might not yet realize. It could be a warning about entering a situation that seems harmless at first, but might turn out to be detrimental. The souls offering these warnings are not there to instill fear, but rather to guide us toward making better, more informed decisions. These messages serve as protection, helping us avoid unnecessary harm and navigate through life's uncertainties with greater clarity. For example, a departed loved one might return to warn us about a business partnership we're about to enter, advising us to proceed with caution. They might indicate that the person we're dealing with isn't as trustworthy as they appear, or that the situation is fraught with unseen risks. Alternatively, the warning could be more abstract, such as a gut feeling or an intuitive sense that something doesn't feel right, which can often be a sign that a spirit is communicating with us. The essence of these warnings is that they help us be more discerning and cautious in our decision-making. They offer us an opportunity to step back, reassess our choices, and evaluate the hidden factors that might be influencing our judgment. These warnings are a form of spiritual protection, ensuring that we don't blindly walk into situations that could cause long-term harm or regret. Another key area where souls may offer predictions is in relation to shifts in our relationships or careers. These are two of the most significant aspects of our lives, and change in either area can have a profound impact on our future. Souls from the afterlife may return to prepare us for upcoming changes in these domains, offering us guidance on how to navigate the shifts that are coming. For example, a loved one who has passed away might return to let us know that a relationship we've been struggling with will soon experience a shift. This could mean a reconciliation, the end of a relationship, or a deeper understanding between individuals. These changes might be difficult, but the message from the soul may provide reassurance that this transformation is necessary for growth and healing. The soul's message could help us prepare emotionally, making it easier to navigate the upcoming changes with more grace and understanding. Similarly, career changes are another area where souls may offer insight. Perhaps they return to warn us about a job offer that doesn't align with our higher purpose, or they may indicate that now is the right time to take a risk and pursue something we're passionate about. These predictions might not always come in clear, direct forms, but more as an intuitive sense that we need to pay attention to the signs around us. The soul may offer encouragement to make bold decisions, or caution against taking actions that don't serve our greater good. These types of messages are not about dictating what we should do, but about providing insight into what might lie ahead. The souls who offer these predictions are helping us understand the potential shifts in our relationships or career paths, allowing us to make more conscious, informed decisions. With this foresight, we can approach changes with greater confidence and a deeper understanding of how these changes align with our greater life purpose. Have you ever received a warning about future events from a spirit, or experienced something that seemed like a message about what was ahead? Perhaps a dream, or a sign that helped you prepare for an important change? We'd love to hear your story. Share it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned for more profound spiritual insights. Your experiences may offer valuable guidance to others who are on their own journey, helping them stay open to the messages and signs from the afterlife. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing more with you in the next video. We've explored warnings from souls in the afterlife, from messages about unfinished business and spiritual paths, to predictions of future events. These messages, often subtle yet powerful, serve as reminders for us to reflect on our lives and deepen our understanding of our connection to both the beyond and the spiritual forces that surround us. Through these insights, we gain a greater awareness of the lessons that need to be learned, the changes that we must embrace, and the importance of staying true to our purpose. The souls who have passed on may not just be offering us advice, but urging us to pay attention to the paths we are currently walking and to make choices that align more closely with our higher selves. Whether they are guiding us towards spiritual awakening, encouraging us to resolve past regrets, or preparing us for what is to come, these messages from the afterlife are a form of guidance that transcends time and space. Through their warnings, these souls offer us a rare opportunity to reassess our actions and decisions, providing us with the wisdom that they have gained through their own experiences. Their return from the afterlife is not just about sharing knowledge, but about fostering a deeper connection between the living and the dead, reminding us that our journey on this earth is not solitary. We are all connected, and the wisdom of those who have crossed over can help light the way forward for those still navigating this physical plane. These messages help us live more consciously, with a greater understanding of our purpose and our place in the world. Life is a continuous journey of learning and discovery. It is filled with opportunities to grow, to change, and to align more deeply with our spiritual truth. Warnings from souls in the afterlife can serve as catalysts for awakening, prompting us to live more meaningfully and with greater intention. These messages aren't just about receiving a warning, they are about awakening to the deeper truths of our existence and living in a way that is more connected to the spiritual forces that guide us. By staying open to the signs and messages that come from the beyond, we allow ourselves to be guided toward a life that is more purposeful, authentic, and fulfilling. It's essential to recognize that the connection between the living and the afterlife is not a one-way street. The spirits of those who have passed may be guiding us, offering us valuable insights that can help us navigate the complexities of life. These messages remind us that there is much more to life than meets the eye. Our journey is not just about surviving, it is about thriving, growing spiritually, and understanding the deeper connections that bind us to one another and to the universe. Always be open to these messages, trust in their guidance, and let them help you navigate your life with clarity and awareness. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found the insights shared here valuable as you continue your own spiritual journey. If you enjoyed this content and would like to explore more profound spiritual topics, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you meaningful content that inspires and enlightens. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're always updated when we release new videos. We look forward to seeing you in the next video as we continue to explore the mysteries of the afterlife and the messages it holds for us. See you soon.